My forefathers mined gold years ago, 400 years ago. All my gold that I were bequeathed to us are still there. They were not Galamsey mining. We still have them. We never destroyed any water or anything. We never destroyed our forest.
National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat Task Force. Also, Akwache Nipa Baku 32 Nigerians rather. Just a few days ago, we catch them with some Nigeria for the Umbejim. I ran talk fight.
When we say regional minister Obano last year, with my 40 policemen, Ekwachi Omuwa Yesunano, Emma Yadloko, Kofodia. Maybe so I will fence of you.
Regional minister, the Otisu.
Obano,
the Otisu.
Yes.
I had Otisu only 1 year.
Last year, no.
Last year, this year, no, a regional minister.
Obano.
Boss, the question is, the question is, Yakwachi Obia, what blocking Revayan Suno? Yachi Nipano, what blocking Revayan Suno? What Basset? Or Helen or chair your honor? Oh, yeah, Adentina or no, they are called by Yakwachi Nipano. Oh, yeah, you're called for a name, who would be a cheer?
Arrest, which took place on the 5th of November 2025. Led by a joint intelligence team for the Ghana Gold Board and the National Security, apprehended 5 individuals, 4 Indians and 1 Ghanaian.
Debia meka foreigners no do se chen. Me say ye ni kapre. Enti e go for foreigners na no mama e coins. Na ya po ma say asase no. Ye say ni we no mo diskani na sa ko back. Otunfo osai to 2 the second. Papa ni say na Galamsey. Tinto mama ende no. Or say my forefathers, Nina Nanoma Muko, mine gold for over 400 years ago, and all the gold was bequeathed to us and is still there. They were not Galamseys, they never destroyed any river.
So I was listening to the president, and I feel that more must be done to stop this.
Sure.
Maybe it's not happening where you are, but Amansi and others in my domain, it's happening there. And I've challenged the chief that if you're there and then your land is being messed up like this with Galamsey, and they tell me we don't have the arms, we cannot fight them because they are so fully armed that we cannot even go anywhere near. And it's not about employment because we can get alternative employments for them. It's about a decisive decision, leadership to be able to take this matter. However, we can. My forefathers mined gold years ago, 400 years ago. All my gold that I were bequeathed to us are still there. They were not Galamsey mining. We still have them. We never destroyed any water or anything. We never destroyed our forest. From the inception of my grand-uncle's age to up to this time. They were mining gold. But water bodies were not destroyed. There were days that we couldn't even go to farm because we were stopped from doing that. And so how come now, in this modern era? How come now, in this modern era of technology, education and everything? Why are we doing this to ourselves? Governments are not able to take decisions because people say, if you do that, they wouldn't vote for you. Don't let them vote for you, but take a decision and then let's vote for you. We save the environment, we save the people, we save our health.
Why are we doing this to ourselves? And the Otunfo said to say the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat Task Force for the Mamudi and Nani saw any fake. Never Obusa ahemfo. Na Obusa Ghana for Mose Edumani ho. And the Galamsey and the only work. I move to my Ghana and say Obuso. Yana nanam over 400 years ago. Etu gold. Enya gold zika edi gold. Eba ni say ana omuja achiri ma gold. Ema yebedi gold so fa so besi ne. Na afa de reason ho ade ya say illegally. Kwan enya kwan paso. Ebe go to yen ase. Ebe twa for resegu. Yebe say yen so all because yepe gold e dey fresh ase. Ye nuane be say enensu abonfo nya binom. Ni na ye Galamsey adawroma. I say adenti na say yetena se ye ha. Ema sebi o sanse muni eto so koso because executive bi enya kakra didie na ya yakri na no Yehu ewo komuni hiemu because Galamsey ni yankutu bi. Ose ha wane kire sa. Ose enya ade ye adepa, enya ade ye beboa ye. Enti bebi aduru no. Osre John Dramani Mahama, we de onu ani nua. Ofa tetefo no betima ka atendi we. Me sure so waka che ndada na o maga na fire we say. Bebi Galamsey fight na duru no eyeja pressure. Eja no so che wa beba nti eyede heat what?
Galamsey, for example, is an issue that is so dear to everybody's heart. We have to be very careful because it's destroying this country. It's becoming more of like a mafia situation where if you are not very careful, it's going to engulf all of us. And therefore, we have to take this issue very, very seriously. We joke about it or we think it's not serious, but it is. And I was asking how many people would vote for a party or a government why we don't want to take a firm decision on these people. I've asked myself. Because it's politics, it's because of votes, nothing else. I can't see why we cannot take up this matter seriously unless we are all complicit. Other than that, it's also a serious matter. So I was listening to the president and I feel that more must be done to stop this.
Otunfo said to see the second say no. Wakache don Dramani Mahama. Okura de papa baby aduru no onko bio. Enti sa Ghana fo nsema mo ka na ai Osino Galamsey e betu atia no. Asema yentu ntia. Ene ma yentu ntia se betu atia nisi. Because what endi Galamsey a Nyankopon kro ata so be kira wo. Enti baby aduru yemfa nye politics nsem. Ye be endi Galamsey no. A endi ama ye nyina yenya honto e wo Ghana yentwen. E ma ni nkoye wuo na wuo ni ya doso. Ahwe na ye na ene ye stuff Galamsey no enye se na ebe wuo se ha yentwen ma na meduru ho. Enti ana Otunfo said to the second watiam ordinary form or say the ahemfo. Ne bia di kan omo ye no wodi kan man ahemfo warning na da. Sa warning enso be a odi bi ese be ka ho ne omo mate ase se oye ohenempon oye Ghana ni NAIMOS for no chimwa the National Anti-Illegal Mining Secretariat Task Force Operation for no omunyanwa omuni munni said the say ne fata. I say Galamsey is becoming more like a mafia. If you are not careful, it will engulf us all. Or say Galamsey na be say no nko ano abeda na cartel bi. Enti amanfo mu ye sika omunya tumi. Ekofo amanfo free Burkina Faso. Ebi kofa a free a China for no mu do ma be gu Ghana ha. No mu ye nyankoma di kutetuo chutu back to NAIMOS for NAIMOS go chairman for na hwidiem fo asori ye ntiase po MP kura ho bo mu bi me ntiase me boys mu nkobu soja fo o se ya hweye na ade be kese na Galamsey fo efi so mu otumi a ahwe omu do mu sika ni omu tumi no omu akomodo omu Ghana dos omu ka mu bo mu ahwe a na ase no beji Ghana fo nsa no mama ye ntwan e mani nuro de biara da enti opim so Otunfo o se tutu e de Ghana fo se mon dwaso Galamsey esi twaso once and for all. Penny can say we are not a baby adi ujaria enso so no asa. National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat Task Force. Also akwache nipa baku 32 Nigerians rather. Just a few days ago, we catch them with some Nigeria for the umbejim. And we talk fight be hu. Abro omuchi Burkina Faso for ebika ho so omuso ba Ghana ha me Galamsey. Am say Mamu Nigeria for hu Galamsey yo na be hu. Already not few ewom na da. But they say no omo crack. Omo ye SA import of Nigerians. 32 Nigerians just for Ghanaians. And the Ghana ni na Asantehene ne dia. Ono ane nana ene ja asase ane boy den edema no. Ono moja na ne papa bre na ebra ni moja ase di gu fom. Ema ono obenye sa japade no se de Nigeria for alata. Alata ya fo mefa nko. Na nya etia iboki yenkan wiye. Alata ya fo se 32 Nigerians just for Ghanaians. And ye kochi mu omu ewo Osino in the eastern region. Omu ye Galamsey gidi. But National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat Task Force. Now we phone say anyhow bensin ha. Enti ba chebe omachi omu correct. E de omakwa goma police for na enya no nko a. NAIMOS ati ohene bia na tese ono omma kwan se de be Galamsey Kingpin bi ani ya che no awo asenso kwabena afra asaso kwabena na ya che no na galamsey ya chi ni ewranya kopo ohine se obeso one ne boy kasa na galamsey oye kro no kro police for program mama stop that is any ohine opede wa ha adenti na ohimpom a ugina ha by this time oni ye so de bi minimum yi na mo pese bi ne boy kasa so pese o kan na kire no die nko na nipa ya che no da man kukomu o so pese o ne kan o ye lawyer devi o ye hene o se an me boy ne no ene o ye boy aden galamsey oni hu bi o se devi ene oni mu bi adenti na wani abre o hene still o hene nte ne ho ase afi na bi edu no hene si ye fight na ye dene the fight is hot. The fight is heavy. Fight na bro nsa. Adi nim say otufo aka otufo say to say say why be ti bia yan che umfa nko. Ebi say ahemfo amunim hu bi. Mokura no moye mamboyefo chen ma etimamfo na ngasa. Edi ohini we de ene oni NAIMOS pa. Oka na NAIMOS aka oyi na NAIMOS yi. Kazi na ya lands and natural resources. Minister ene the interior minister Mutaka Mubarak ene papa efani Emmanuel Amakofi bo say was I say, you bet you so ye we are camping, you know, bako. Eti ya chena ya de ko ba ohini se o nsem mi ka ye se chiri
Ye to me ye chiri. Ye me ka boni o because me kura no my press conference against it like mine no.
They say na na
oya bofra.
Ada na ye cast na kwa udi ye.
Enye mu ti na me do mi na ba na me pese mi hu se no ye ne ye.
Ada na de onya ne nye. Illegal mine na ya chero na de onya ne nye.
No.
Intended na udi echi.
Be siase ho no me na me hwe ho. E na maka kire boy ne se bibi ni o ma mi hu.
Ada na wo mpa mo mine na ni mfi wo. Wan kasa na wo se wa block ayensunsu.
Yes.
Wa block ayensunsu.
When we say regional minister oba no last year me ma 40 policemen e ko chi o mo wa yesu na no. E ma ye de ko fodia. Me so I will fence you.
Regional minister the otisu.
Oba no.
The otisu.
Yes.
Na the otisu only 1 year.
Me see last year no.
Last year, this year, you know, a regional minister.
Obano, the normal, the mammy function of
boss, the question is, Mimpo be a number. The question is, Yakochi Obia, what blocking Rebayan Suno? Yachi Nipano are blocking Rebayan Suno. What was said? Or Helen or chair your honor.
Oh, yeah, me,
Adentina or no de Yakoa by Yakochi Nipano. Oh, yeah, I convoy name for the Achi day.
My problem is, bueno,
yes,
bueno, I am a pala, the Bemo, and a lie.
I want to know why.
David been person, Bibi, oh, you be, I was saying, me and me, you're
I didn't know the
person in the casa.
I didn't know the
I don't want me.
Okay, my friend ran on in Casa.
Bemo here.
Now, when Martin Pebu, private legal practitioner, or a team no never panel, or can be now say, about in terms of your governance, there, of fire NDC, no fire MPP, baby, I saw no Koyano, Edano, one far to one, Huntono, and in the naked truth, where they or the better one, and then, also the key problem with Galamsey fight is the gross impunity exhibited by illegal miners. We must employ the Chief Justice to ensure daily trials for suspects involved in Galamsey. Or since Jenny and Hantani Akakabim Sema, Galamsey for Nenya, Omutimika say, NAIMOS soldier for a buyer, a betchibo, a betchibe abube, Yabube, and I say, hey, Uber Bush on the knee. Bemama, Uber reinforcement. When you're ready, someone that come home. I know say Martin Bego say waiting and they more to me too much. I say yeah croc too much. And the Chief Justice here you baby Justice Bafuboni. Say you passing the working cream. No or starting Naduma as a substantive Chief Justice. Papa my justice system and that why Galamsey for the idea of mobile and I need yes no. I said Irish 1 week, 2 weeks. Yeah, can we need never go to and tem. Yes sir. The next person all kwakoye Galamsey ni say yeti minu ya ko o ma yo onye 6 months onye 1 year onye 2 years onye 10 years o say ayesa edihu e ba be she o mo makam anya sa dia Ghana Galamsey na tu ntwa ne anatena.
So one of the key things actually in the fight against Galamsey is impunity. It's impunity, you see. So when the police are able to get to the bottom of that matter, they're able to arrest the suspects and put them before law courts, and the journalists cover these trials extensively, it will serve as a warning to like-minded persons. Yes, because in all of this, we are trying to do a behavioral change, or mindset change. So when you want to change the mindset of criminally minded persons, you show them what is happening in the law courts. So if they see that other persons are before the law courts, then chances are that they would behave. You see, they would behave. So that's why I think that's the first prosecution. Yes, in the process, we are not asking that their rights be trampled. No, let's observe their rights, okay? Because sometimes when we overrush, we may cause injustice, but it should be swift, daily trials. Once we conclude investigations and then we find out that these are the people, after all, the president had met the Chief Justice and then they said there would be Galamsey courts, right? Yeah, so every day, let's have the trials on daily basis. And then also let the courts, even though we've not yet passed the law in Parliament, yes, the Chief Justice can come out with some guidelines on when these cases will be finished. Yes, you see, like they've done in the past, practice directions to guide judges how to finish these cases quickly.
Now, God boy for say ebe yeti good for yeti galamsey for almost what to be. Galamsey a friend is a God board. I say enebia yi omate nipa baku 5. 4 Indians, 1 Ghanaian, debia meka foreigners no do so chain. Me say ye ni kapre. Enti ye go for foreigners na no mama coins. Na ya po ma say asase no. Ye say ni we no mo diskani na sa ko back. Ya dis musetete no na ya badi mimre na omoli gold e koje salt na omo de agentuma na omo de agedien gunpowder ene mo de den zero kapre o de token na okọ na ya se asase ni na ni ho kire ase ye jimi kura chen sa atam na ye se omo ya badi mimre no omo na omo hu technology any computer ni digitalization na o tumfo se tu gadget ene ye hu sa na ma we ni na no ye mom na ye se ya asase omo tam na omo anya galamsey ye galamsey. Eti according to God board for say nipa baku 5 a machi omo 4 India 4 baku Ghana ni a just say galamsey friends say gold yi omo make sure say omo measure gold jewelry ni bi our Ghana ha our domi pillar 2 na the omo ye just say Ghana ye gold jewelry na ya go for Jocelyn Dumas ani papa efen bolare abeya ambassador ye betwe omka no amo musika dwe atamu madie no mo de mo waka mo ja say ye jiweru ni bi Ghana yes na me start ye musumu ye bi wa okay no problem enti ya chebe ye do magwa Ghana police for way Richard Nunukpeku our deputy chief executive officer Edema the gold board and I say
this decisive operation underscore good boss and reverend commitment to upholding the law, sanitizing the gold trade, and ensuring Ghana's gold trade is serving the best interests of its citizens. The first major arrest, which took place on the 5th of November 2025, led by a joint intelligence team for the Ghana Gold Board and the National Security, apprehended 5 individuals, 4 Indians and 1 Ghanaian, who were found engaged in unauthorized gold fabrication and purchase and jewelry making activities at Domi Pillar 2.
And the ye take galamsey for no more muso awiam ho to ye gold jewelry almost ye chi omo the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources alenke accidental environmental protection agency officials enya no Obuasi abra illegal miners be confronted omo including Channel 1 TV journalists omo ina no omo ko prepare no the ministry ne say ni na no all because now amount for more fighting against the environmental protection agency in Namu for on say omade galamsey for illegal miners for on do me fam na kwan so and say yan re na ya stop it sa kakabim se ne aboy sia start ya sa dwane gidigidi aboy sia start ya hwe ade aseme bogana enti kwan bia so ebefa so atwa so ne anatena no omeye
notice they went on site, and so they were conducting operations around the country, going around to ascertain who was operating these machines or manufacturing the floating devices without permits, and to close down shops. And it was in one of these operations around that area that the illegal miners spotted them and decided to attack them, pelting stones at them and things like that. And so they had to flee for their lives. And in doing that, had to take another route out of the place, out of Obuasi. And it was in the course of that they got involved in the accident. 2 journalists were in critical condition. One, they are stable. Per the reports I received this morning, they are quite stable. One had to be operated on, had a surgery yesterday. Several others, sustained injuries. Again, this incident is unfortunate. And Honorable Amakufibua, again, who also doubles as acting minister for Environment, Science and Technology, wishes to convey his utmost disappointment at this time of events for these incidences. And he wishes to make it clear that he remains resolute and unperturbed, and he is resolved to deal with the matter on hand.
Anti-Galamsey fight, Akunu ma yedi but yebedi kunim. Otunfo osay tutu the second. Opim so tikoko so na papa ne say debi ye nanamo etwa mu 400 years ago. God no batubi o ma ye bi pa. Na mam God o mutu ni na no ma ye Galamsey. O mu dia ye God ni bi say yesu ye memfa medidi. Ye de pese ye sesani na na atirima no ba mu nya hwere. Ana ye Galamsey ye say yesu ye say ye for so se debi. Enya dia beboa ye yan stop ye dia ne an stop ne tena emfa fa so dem emre ye enti waka che John Dramani Muhammad the president say papa say beto abati e ndi so ye ntuntiamu Galamsey no so via Ghana fo be say yes nyanko bo be chira yanka wasempa ne a o tena ye be kai o aka wasempa say de Kwame Nkrumah say na tie me wa Kwame Nkrumah ye de ye na omo tie ati wase zata no o mo say Kwame Nkrumah nya hwe o ye autocratic o de den omo bi nka bi o dictator ye wie ye pam ni ene besi ne ye meto no ye mehu na mamuo ye isata ne papa ne ma mekura mu nhia ye ene ya wo ye wie am ye hu say still in the history of Ghana governors Kwame Nkrumah still remains number 1 guda ba ko pe onu nko a odamfu a odaso the most respected celebrated president free baby miamia chire ni benche omba Ghana am say ye Kwame Nkrumah ni museum wa mo ye na mkosi no ye bese ye. This is how great the man was, but at that time all ye no na amanfo ntena say enti enai John Dramani Mahama the otunfo say tukani na e ba ko pe ye de obeye na enya papa say yanka wonne ansu a ochina ye be kai wasere say that yanka wansu a ene bi ye be kai wasere enti say eyanko ade a Ghana for so dodo na ana yesu say Galamsey yi ya ntwaso ne amanfo nya nsuo nom Central region Eastern region nsuo abo mo say de nsuo abo akoko ene atoaso say ye forest say ye nuane ama to extend say Galamsey fo na nya vim e fa Burkina Faso ni Nigeria fo e de bagana ha China fo say ye te be ani ye chi China fo sa enti ye ntwaso say nya hwe ha ma nkrofo e mewie ye kwata na ye say ase no aye say ye nana no ya asasi aya abone wo he enti ye nti ase ewe nokre no asem nokre wo ye ntu sabi nokre ni na opim so ote kokos o tumfo setutu akai kwai se ukọ other places a ahimfo no bi so do mu adi ebi kura se Galamsey o metubi o masase so ebi so ati personal task force se ukopem do ma hina on so ati task force we ye den on so bechew na no ye friends Queen Mother bako owo the Eastern region side ye be man Bribe na one day osachi omugo tumu baba ko na ahemfo no bi so adi ye ewade asemi ba ne kura ne tenteni tietia ye be end Galamsey no once and for all Ghana ya chi Nigeria for 32 moment Nigeria for start so mu ye Galamsey bia wallahi Yeni na Galamsey yentimi ntwaso bio. Na Nigeria for population wo is omka so mo fra manfo ba every day new bus bebo ubewu o. Yentimi entimo ma end Galamsey yo once and for all. Why a naked truth our old Boga trends. For comment no better comment section ase boko. Otumfo osai tutu akasa e da fa Galamsey o. Ose ye nananom anye Galamsey adenti na ye Galamsey. Now the fight against Galamsey no all because we serve the environment, we serve the people, and we serve our health. Ye bo ye sase ne ho ban. Ye na yara ya sase ni eya bo dindin ma yen moja nananom ahwegu ama yen ni etiri mayinti saa de ombo ma yen no asase no ye behwe so ye ye behwe mu nipa no so ye cause asase no ho na ima yenya nipa so mo abetena so nipa ne ba ye ese ye hwema pomudene tini na no ese ye bo ho ban ntimema yenga se political interest ana we be ye beto atiam ye ntu ntiame saa na npp before ye yam se December ye koto aba ntima Galamsey yenka wasem die wu Osima NDC for some beto so ko yesa esesa wadwe e yo say fatu comment section as uya subscribe like na share mo nua eso enya bi ehwe edi no eye ba ko pe Maxi Billian on Oldboga Trends Macau. Bye bye.